Hi guys, good morning. So this video is really a resource for you to use if you've been working through the practice question bank. And just trying to go upwards. Really, it's the question bank given to you for the course. So let's begin. I will be doing them in batches of 10. So hopefully you should have at least 23 batches to work through. So you typically have gone through the course and done the practice questions and really come back and use this as a reference. So question 2, it starts off. Which of the following require costing information? As you can imagine, if you're producing a budget, well, of course, you will need costing information. If you're valuing inventory, this is all about cost. So in your course, you'd have learned about FIFO, AVCO, even standard costing, all very much involved. Deciding whether or not to produce a new product, well, of course, you need to understand the cost to know whether it's going to be profitable. And of course, in calculating profit after all is revenue minus expenses, and costs are expenses. So the answer is D. Let's look at the next one. Question 3. Which of the following is a true statement about the impact of non-financial factors in management accounting? Non-financial factors becoming a bigger and bigger role now in helping with advisory. So non-financial factors such as the quality and quantity of service delivery are of limited interest. This is not true. This is very crucial in decision making. In hospital, good financial results may be of interest to the stakeholders, but other factors such as quality of care and waiting times, yeah, of course, this is definitely 100% true. Studies have shown that companies with up-to-date tech do not outperform. That is not true. Up-to-date tech is critical, if you like, in enabling. In fact, it is much becoming, yes, it is a threshold resource. It's a threshold resource that organizations must have in order to, if you like, offer their or satisfy their critical success factors. Responsibility providing non-financial information is not part of the role of management accounting. Untrue as well. So the answer here comfortably is B. Which of the following is usually a function of the management accountant? Typically, the management accountant does not provide the final accounts. Typically, the management accountant does not provide an opinion. This is really the work of auditors. You'd have studied this, or you will study this when you're studying audit. If you like, providing the financial accounts, final accounts is financial accountant, and calculating the organization's final liability for tax. Well, maybe the role of the financial accountant and maybe a tax partner or someone along those lines. I don't know. But the key point is the management accountant is fundamentally interested in providing costing information. Let's carry on. Question 6. Which of the following is true? The largest proportion of managers is located at the operational. Well, that is true. I mean, when you look at most organizations, and you kind of look at the hierarchy structure, if you think about it, you will have your board at the top, you will have middle management, and then which is really at the tactical level and the strategic level. So the Anthony triangle almost, if you like, and right at the bottom, you will have loads of little units, if you like, working away. So typically this is what you do get, it expands at the base, if you like. Operational managers are largely concerned with medium-term planning. No, this isn't true either. They're very much day-to-day, kind of what's going on, getting the information accurate. Make decisions which have a large impact on the organization. Not exactly. The larger kind of critical strategic decisions are made here at the top. And you can see here it says operational level managers are not concerned with the day-to-day. In fact, this is exactly what they are concerned with. So the answer actually here is A. Typically, they are concerned with the day-to-day running of the organization. Okay, great. Question 8. So we move into that kind of tactical kind of situation where we're now kind of in the middle here with the Anthony triangle. So very much operational over here, tactical, and then of course strategic at the apex. So tactical decisions are likely to have a large impact on the organization as a whole. I struggled with this. So the truth is that I wouldn't say a large impact. I mean an impact. The larger impact, this definition of large is really due to that sort of strategic direction, making the strategic choices that the organization is going to be going with. So we're going to have to say no and argue that this is really to do with the strategic. Those decisions made at the strategic, because the tactical people are still following instructions. Tactical decisions tend to involve situations where rules and constraints governing decisions are known. That's not quite true either, because they still have to plan with some unknowns. At the tactical level, managers deal with short-term planning and day-to-day control. No, this is really the work of the operational folk, if you like. So tactical decisions tend to be loosely structured and made intermittently. Yes, there is that sort of in the middle kind of longer term planning that still has unknowns, and it still needs that degree of loose structure. So really, with question 8, the answer is D. Question 9, information should be, well, this question takes us back to information. This is very much in workbook 1. Information should be provided as comprehensively as possible. This is not quite feasible. Sometimes you cannot break down information as comprehensively as possible. It doesn't have to be that way. The quality of information does not depend on the quality of the decisions, forgive me, does not depend on the quality of the information. No, it does, very much depending on the quality. Those decisions are based on which is why it's really important that at the operational level, the right information is put in, which is why the information at the operational level really has to be accurate, firmly put in, to ensure that the decisions being made at the top are good. The information should reflect current circumstances. Yes, you want information to be relevant, which is why it leads, if you look at this one, information should be relevant. Now, this was true up to here, and then it said to any situation and should meet the needs of any recipient. And this is where it becomes tricky, because you have different people requiring information. So sometimes information has to be specific if it's to be useful. So the answer here is C. And then finally, for this first set of videos, which of the following are among the characteristics of information at the strategic, so right at the apex, that strategic level? First of all, we're talking about long term, very much long term. And again, it is not frequent. It is infrequent. Typically, it's externally sourced. We were talking about executive information systems, where information is coming in from strategic analysis. So using PESTLE and SWOT analyses to sort of see what's going on. So we're trying to understand the external shocks. So typically it is external, and it is not. It is uncertain. So question 10, the answer is A. Great stuff. That's our first set of our video 1, question 1 to 10, and I'll see you in the next set of videos.